What's up, people? Witch hunt. Rumors and lies. Interview with a vampire. Yes, I am dead. No, I am very much alive. I was born a vampire, born dead, but I am alive and living in Jacksonville, Florida. That's my best explanation. So, people believe vampires are fiction, but they're really not. I didn't realize it until I was, say, 18, 19, 20 that I was a vampire. I was born a vampire and switched at birth. Supposedly, Kurt Cobain is my father. I don't know who the mother is. It might be Courtney Love. It might be somebody else. I don't know. But I was switched at birth with another baby. And my parents that took on the dead baby, which I was born, my heart doesn't beat, is what I'm trying to explain to you. My heart does not beat. Somebody's texting me. Hold on. It's my friend Lee. We were talking about Dracula and Belmont. Anyways, though, I was born dead. So, my heart does not beat. It's never beaten. There is no beating of my heart. It never beats, doesn't beat. There's no beating. It doesn't beat. It's just simple as that. My heart does not beat. So, that's what I wanted to explain. Yes, I am dead, but no, I am alive. So, and people are going to say that it's bullshit and I'm just making it up and it's a lie. But if you come feel my heart, there's no beat. I can smoke. Look, see these things? Cigars and cigarettes and weed even. I've been smoking my whole life. And it's not affecting me at all. There's no cancer. There's no, I'm telling you, I'm invulnerable to things that normal people wouldn't be. He has to shave off my mustache. I thought I was Superman for a while there. I thought I was developing powers and that I was going to be some type of superhero because I can read minds telepathically and I can project my thoughts into another person's mind. I can say a word in my head over and over again and force it into someone else's mind to make them say it. There's a lot of things I can do. It's like magic, kind of, but it's because I was born a vampire. My heart does not beat. There is no beat of my heart. My heart does not beat. You got to understand. He's talking to me again. So anyways, I didn't realize it until my third relationship that my heart didn't beat. She said something about, why is your heart not beating? And I said, I never realized it wasn't. And, my third relationship, sexual partner. So, my third sexual partner was the one who made me realize that I was something else, that something was different about me because my heart doesn't beat. There's no beating of my heart. My heart never beats. I'm already dead. So it's confusing as far as I was born a vampire. I'm like Blade. The sun doesn't affect me. I can go out in the sun. The sun doesn't affect me. Nobody ever told me I was a vampire. Yes, I have fangs, and they are sharp. But I've never bitten anybody. I drink blood out of a bottle because once I ascended, got to a certain age, I started craving to drink blood. So I would cut myself and drink my own blood. And then I got to another point where I started buying Merlot, which is 151 in virgin's blood, and drinking that. So yeah, I have an addiction for blood, but I still eat food. I still drink. Look, this is coffee. Is it my coffee? See the coffee? I still drink coffee. I still eat food. It makes me sick, though, food. I think I'm supposed to live off of blood, but I still eat food like a normal person because I was raised on food. I was raised eating chicken and turkey and salad and beef and vegetables and all the normal stuff people eat. And I love Pepsi. Pepsi's like my favorite drink ever. I have Diet Dr. Pepper, cherry Diet Dr. Pepper right here. But no, my heart does not beat. Never did, never will. I'm already dead. And yes, people have tried to kill me a few times. In 2008, I rap battled Eminem via dial-up internet connection phone line. Eminem posted his phone number on the website along with the video for 3 a.m. in 2008, and I called Eminem and ranted on his voicemail, and he picked up the phone and laughed at me, but never responded back. As far as he felt like he lost the rap battle because he didn't say nothing, he just laughed it off and hung up the phone. I hung up the phone on him. But no, the following day I got ran over by a car or hit by a brick. I've heard different stories. Some people say somebody threw a brick at me and stomped my leg into the ground. And other people say that I got hit by a car. So I don't know what the truth is, but in 2008, yes, I did die. As far as they said I was dead, but I wasn't dead. I was already dead because I'm a vampire. So Miley seems to think I'm dead, and that's why she got and her dead pets. You know, she's not referring to the animals that she's had that have died. She's referring to me because she thinks I'm dead. But I'm not dead. I'm alive. And Avril Lavigne the other day asked me if I'm dead because the media is telling her that I'm dead. But yes, I'm dead. My heart doesn't beat. There's no beat of my heart. There's nothing in my chest beating. But I'm alive. So I'm the walking dead, the living dead. You know? I was born a vampire. So I have fangs. And technically there was a couple times I've lusted as far as for blood, where I've tried to bite people just to see what would happen. You know, because I wanted their blood at the moment. But I didn't actually succeed. Person shoved me off, shoved me away before I sunk my teeth into their neck. But yeah, I've tried to. I think because I was born a vampire and raised on food. Yeah, exactly. Even though I stayed in your business, you always kept out of mine. Eminem just posted. But yeah, he let people know that I'm knocked out at the South Pole. Nobody fucks with me, rigor mortis and post-mortem, you know? So he made it clear on the album Recovery that I am a vampire and that Shady is a vampire. So if you listen to the album Recovery, Eminem already told you I'm a vampire. So, and it's true. My heart doesn't beat, but I'm not out biting people. I drink blood out of a bottle. So this is just your basic interview with a vampire. I was rapping under the name It, which is what I just recently changed my profile picture to. Today's date is 2/27/2018. It is 10:57 a.m. on the East Coast. Right now, this is where we are right now. My calendar is behind me. I have two 2018 calendars. I am not dead, but I am dead. Do you understand? I am not deceased. I am the walking dead. I'm a vampire. And I know that they've locked me up several times for saying this, but I'm going to continue saying it because my heart does not beat, and they've drawn my blood and cloned me. They've made clones of, vampire clones from taking my blood, because my blood is like, I think it's O positive, O negative, something like that, like type O negative. I guess it is type O negative because it's the vampire blood. But no, they're turning it into like a witch hunt for me. But I'm right here in Florida. I haven't gone anywhere. I live in my mother's house. She's not really my mother, but I've called her mother my whole life. She's the person who received the dead baby on her doorstep that she thought was hers because she just gave birth to a baby that got switched for this dead baby. You understand? So she had mental breakdowns, and my grandmother had mental breakdowns because they received a baby that's heart didn't beat. She was actually, my mother and my grandmother were both bankrupted in Detroit several times because they couldn't understand why the baby's heart couldn't beat. But it was alive and crying, So I was born a vampire. Switched to birth. Supposedly Kurt Cobain is my father, and I don't know who the mother is. That's all I know. Hey, Winford, what's up, dude? I was explaining how my heart doesn't beat, never has, and I didn't realize that until my third relationship when my girlfriend asked me why my heart doesn't beat. So I was born a vampire, and vampires are real, and people will probably lock me up again for saying it, but I've been saying it for 20 years now that I'm a vampire. My heart doesn't beat. There's no beat of my heart. I can smoke 1 billion of these cigarettes and they ain't never going to do nothing to me. I don't even age. So I look the same as I did in high school. I know, I just shaved my head. Nothing's changed. I could pass for a 17-year-old probably, even though I'm actually 37. But yeah, I was explaining to the girls watching that my heart does not beat and never did. And I didn't realize this until my third relationship, my third sexual partner asked me why my heart doesn't beat. And it never occurred to me that my heart didn't beat. So that's when I started looking into my history and finding out where I come from. And I found out that I'm actually Kurt Cobain's son. And I don't know if he had sex with a vampire and they switched the vampire baby at birth. I don't know how it happened. I just still haven't figured out all the technicalities of my life. I don't know where I come from as far as who my birth mother was, and apparently Kurt Cobain's my birth father. But I was born a vampire, like Blade. You ever seen the movie Blade? He says I'm something else. I'm not a vampire. I'm something else. I have type O negative blood, which is deceased. My body, my body doesn't act like a normal person's blood. I can't die from half the things that humans can die from. But I still drink. I'm drinking coffee right now, and Pepsi. Well, this is Diet Dr. Pepper, cherry Diet Dr. Pepper. I was raised on food and not blood, but I got to a certain age where I started needing the blood. So I started drinking Merlot, which is 151 in virgin's blood, and I started drinking Merlot out of a bottle, blood out of a bottle. When I got to be about 17, 18, 19, I started craving blood, and I would have fits, and my eyes would turn black because I needed blood. I was dying for a drink of blood at a certain age. My eyes would turn black, literally, it was black as night. So now I drink blood monthly. But I've never bitten anybody. I think I've tried a couple times, but I've never actually succeeded in biting anybody. There was one time I was in a mental institution, and I tried to bite a kid on his neck because he was falling asleep, and I was craving blood at the time. But he woke up and stopped me and thought I was trying to kiss his neck. So he told the people at the place I was trying to kiss his neck while he was asleep, but really I was going to bite him and drain his jugular vein. So that's when I first realized I was a vampire. So, but no, my heart, it doesn't beat at all. There's no beat in my heart whatsoever. It doesn't beat. I'm just an empty cavity. I'm just a human walking around without inside organs working. That's why I can smoke 5 billion of these cigars, and it doesn't affect me at all. It makes me cough, but my lungs aren't affected. I don't even think my lungs are working. I think they're everything on the inside's dead. I'm just a shell walking around like the living, like Blade, you know? I'm not a vampire. I was born a vampire. It was like maybe, you know, the story of Blade is that his mother, Blade's mother, got bit by a vampire while he was in the womb. But that's not my case. My case is that I was actually born a vampire. So the sun doesn't affect me. You see the sun through my window? I can go out in the sun. The sun does not affect me. But yet I have other powers like telepathy and telekinesis. I'm able to communicate telepathically to people that are right in front of me. So if I want you to think of a word, you know, it won't work here because I can't see you. But if I want somebody to think of the word shit, for example, I just say shit in my head and portray it onto the person standing there next to me, and then the next word they'll say, it will be like shit. It's funny. It's hilarious. I do it all the time. I can tell what people are thinking. I can read minds. It's magic. I know it has a lot to do with magic, but it's because I'm a vampire. And I'm getting deeper into the magic and the voodoo and the Santeria, which is white magic and black magic. Let's not forget I'm a Christian, too. So I believe in Jesus Christ's first coming, that he was baptized, saved, born again, and that he died for our sins, crucified for our sins. So let's not forget that I'm a Christian, and I go to a black church. And if you want to contact me, ladies, just go to my church, Impact Church, off of Lone Star Boulevard in Jacksonville, Florida, and talk to Pastor Bishop George Davis and see if he can put you in contact with me. Because I'm not going to just put my address and telephone number out online. Not that you can contact me by phone, because the government has known that I'm a vampire since my birth. So, of course, they're not going to let anybody contact a vampire. So they're afraid I'll spread it, like I'll start biting people. That's why they keep me locked up here in this room. They're afraid I'll spread my disease of being dead already. They let me live. They just let me live in this room. It would probably start world wars, literally World War III, if people actually heard the music that I created. It's all about being dead and being a vampire. I have 1,000 songs, and even though it's posted up on Reverb Nation and SoundCloud, I know that the government actually blocks those websites, even though I'm sure some music has slipped through the cracks, you know, because I post on so many different websites, but they know the what's it called, the server signal from this house, so that they purposely block all my outgoing transmissions so that just anybody doesn't see what I'm doing. So I'm saying the CIA and the FBI and the government already knows about me, and they know I'm dead and deceased and that I'm a vampire. I'm alive and living, but I'm dead on the inside. There's nothing human about me. I'm a vampire, other than I look like a human. You know? I always coughed it up to Clark Kent Superman. You know, I always thought I was going to develop more powers and be able to fly and stuff, because I thought I was going to be the next Superman. That's what my mind was thinking, because I was different than everybody else, and I could communicate telepathically, and I could read minds, and, you know, my skin is cold. You know, I'm not like normal humans. My skin is cold. You know, it's kind of like having your own personal Edward Cullen. I've studied every genre of music. I've literally read every book, watched every movie. And I memorize the shit too. I memorize everything. I could literally sit down and watch a movie, and I'll be like Carol Ann from Poltergeist, literally mimicking the movie as the movie's playing if I've seen it more than 3 or 4 times, which a lot of movies I have. But I never realized that I was a vampire until I was in my probably late teens, early 20s, and my third girlfriend asked me why my heart didn't beat. And it never occurred to me before, and then I started investigating why my heart didn't beat. Found out I have type O negative blood, which means I'm deceased. But I'm not deceased per se. I'm right here living, talking to you, but on the inside I'm deceased. So vampires are real, yes, but nobody's going to believe what I'm saying right now. They're all going to think I'm crazy, but it's the truth. I am deceased on the inside. So I don't know how else to put it. I'm not a living being. I'm a deceased being. And people have tried to kill me. Look, I've got a scar on the top of my head. See, look at this scar right here. People have tried to kill me because I'm a vampire. I got other scars too from that same incident when they tried to kill me. But no, I recover quickly, way quicker than normal people. I had a broken tibia and fibia in my left leg, and it recovered in like 6 months to a year, when normally people say it would take 2 or 3 years to recover from the break I had. It was complete break, shattered completely. I've got a bar in my left leg, and I've got what I call is a bomb in my left leg. It's really some type of tracking device that the government put in me. It beeps and ticks and vibrates. Some type of tracking device. I call it a bomb. If you've seen that video, I was explaining to Caleb about the bomb in my leg. It's not. I don't think it's really a bomb. I don't think it could explode, but it does have a tracking device, and it monitors me, and it beeps and ticks and vibrates and swells and pulsates. And there's something they put in my leg because they know I'm dead. So when I got injured, when they did the surgery to heal my leg back up, they threw in a tracking device or something in my leg. The government, because I'm already dead. I'm a vampire. Technically, I could be out spreading it by biting people and turning them into vampires, but I've never bitten anybody. So I'm my own personal Edward Cullen. I live off of food. It makes me sick trying to eat food, but I puke it up usually. I throw up food when I eat, but I'm so used to eating from being raised eating that I normally eat daily. But I drink blood every month, a bottle of Merlot 151 in Virgin's blood every month, just to keep my eyes from turning black and making me freak out as far as wanting to attack people. Because there has been a few times that I've come pretty close to going for the jugular on a few people. Oh! I don't know how else to explain it. I'm not human. I'm a vampire. I was born a vampire, like Blade. The sun doesn't affect me again. I can go out in the sun. I can get a tan. I can go to the beach. I can go surfing in the daytime. But yet, my insides are all dead. There's nothing alive on the inside. Literally, I can swallow sword. People that swallow swords are probably vampires, because I can swallow glass or metal, and it doesn't do anything. Literally, I can swallow objects that are sharp, and it just goes straight through me as far as my insides are already dead. And Eminem said this on the Recovery album, that I'm a vampire, letting them know that Shady's a vampire. But most people aren't paying attention. They think it's a joke. They think it's not real, something fake. But the truth is, I've always been a vampire. Yeah. Miley's watching. I see Miley's watching. But yeah, Miley seems to think I'm dead as far as the other kind of dead. Like, I'm not living. Today's date is 2/27/2018. It is 11:12 a.m. I am very much alive. If you're watching this right now on the East Coast, it is 11:13. The time just changed. I am very much alive, but I am deceased on the inside. As far as my heart doesn't beat and my organs don't work, like normal people's organs work. I could smoke a billion cigarettes and they're never going to affect me. There's no way I could die from cancer because I'm already dead. You get that? There's no way I could die from cancer because I'm already dead. So yes, I could smoke a billion cigars and cigarettes, which I probably have. I probably smoked a billion by now. I've been smoking since I was 15 and I'm 37. So, and I don't age. So I look like I'm 17, but truly I'm 37. So I shave my head because I am going bald as far as my hair goes. So that's the only real identifying mark to show my age is the hairline. But other than that, I look like I'm 17. I don't think I'm supposed to age. I think I'm supposed to stay this young forever. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I've read several books on vampires and witches and werewolves just to see what the truth is behind what the story tells you, as far as they make it out like it's fiction, but it's not fiction because I have O negative blood, which is dead deceased blood. And then I have no heartbeat. There's no heartbeat and my organs don't function. There's no function of the organs. I do pee, I do shit, but I like I said, I think I could live off of blood and blood alone. Maybe even water and water alone. I don't know. I'd have to try. But yes, I was raised eating food, and I was raised eating turkey and chicken and beef. I don't like pork. Pork makes me sick. Nasty. Pork is just the nastiest thing ever. But chicken, turkey, and beef, and vegetables, all the normal foods people eat, I eat. I'm drinking coffee right now. I'm also drinking soda. This is my soda. But I'm not a living person. I'm a vampire. I'm dead on the inside. And that's what I was pretty much wanting to explain. I was supposedly Kurt Cobain did the Moses baby in the baskets, you know, switched me out with the parents that I was raised by. Whatever, they gave them a dead baby, and they didn't know how to deal with it. So my mother and grandmother had mental breakdowns because they couldn't figure out why this baby was alive but yet deceased. So I have a family history of mental illness, but it's because I'm a vampire. It's because I was born dead. There's no heartbeat. There's no functioning of the organs. Everything's deceased on the inside of me. And my skin is cold as ice, usually. That's what people tell me when they touch me. They say, "Why are you so cold?" I say, "Because I'm dead. I'm not a living person." I've already got it figured out to the point where I'm pretty sure that I'm not pretty sure. I'm 100% guaranteed that I was born dead and that I've always been dead. There's no beating of the heart. There's no function of the organs. There's nothing. I can't die because I'm already dead. I'm sure I can have my head cut off, or I can be stabbed through the heart with a stake, or however they kill vampires, but I think I will live forever if nobody ever kills me. Do you understand? I think if, like I said, they tried to kill me before. I got a big old scar on my head from where I got injured. So it's complicated. I don't know. I'm not like normal people. The government in America wants you to believe vampires are false and they don't exist and they're fake, but I am a living proof of being a vampire. That's all I'm saying. American government wants you to think it's fiction, but it's not fiction. My heart doesn't beat, has never beaten. There's nothing alive inside of my, and I'm a Christian, baptized, saved, born again Christian. I haven't had sex in 17 years since my first wife. I did have 3 sexual partners. I might have kids, as far as I might have knocked the girls up and not known it, because it seems like they would disappear for 9 months after I would have sex with them. So I might have knocked up 3 or 4 women back in the day in my high school time, but it wasn't until my late teens, early 20s that I realized I was a vampire and that I wasn't living. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video at 30 minutes exactly. And I am a living vampire living here in Jacksonville, Florida. And if you want to contact me, contact my church, Impact Church. Thank you very much.